fiance, 52 female, asked if my 51 male sister was prettier than she is. Told truth. Now it's a crap show. Help. Have been with my fiance for 4 years. Both of us have been married before. We have a few kids between us. We don't live together. My fiance has a thing about my sister. My sister guessed her age when they first met and guessed a year older than my fiance is. My sister said she was sorry, but my fiance judged both the guess and the apology to have been insincere and some kind of personal insult. She believed that my sister was trying to control her or otherwise exert some kind of mean girl dominance over her. When she described the whole incident to me, I just didn't get it and still don't. First, the description of my sister just doesn't match the person I know her to be. I have lived with my sister as an adult, roommates in our 20s. I have never known or heard of her behaving that way, particularly not toward someone who is a romantic partner of mine. I didn't get the fury from my fiance, then GF, and still don't. I also didn't see how I could have interceded on my fiance's behalf without souring that relationship forever. Fiance wanted an apology. I didn't, and still don't, see how I could have made that happen. Further, I don't see how a grown woman can't take responsibility for being offended and simply ask for an apology. When I lived with my sister, men did stupid and insane crap to try and be around her. Those things happened, and more than a few times. Having been a witness, it changed how I treated women forever, as it was creepy as crap. However, although I recognize that she's conventionally beautiful, she's my sister. I don't think of her in any way as a target for fantasy or anything else. She's the kid who used to argue with me and who used to play on the rope swing with the neighbor kids with me. I consider my fiance to be ducking gorgeous and easily the best looking woman I have ever dated, by a long shot. I've told her that. There are a million things I love about her, although not this thing. I've told her all those things, repeatedly. Knowing that my fiance feels second fiddle to my sister, I purposefully planned a trip with my fiance this last summer during a time when my sister was in the US for the first time in 3 years. I entirely missed seeing my sister at all, and my nephew/niece to demonstrate tacitly to my fiance that she is first. She is, truly. Fast forward to this weekend. My fiance has convinced herself that she is somehow second to my sister. She forced me into a corner demanding to know if I thought she was prettier than my sister. I said yes. However, my fiance judged my response to be insincere. Truthfully it was, but it has nothing to do with my fiance and how I feel about her. I don't need to know I'm the most handsome man in the world. My brother-in-law is more handsome than I am. I'm maybe a 5 to 6 on a good day. I'm a schlub who ended up with my fiance and feel lucky to have her. This issue keeps coming up. Over the weekend she dumped me after the "do you think she is prettier than me" conversation. Although she has now agreed to go to a therapist, I just don't know how to address this. It's crazy to me. I don't need to hear that I'm the most handsome man in the world. I'm not. If she thinks I'm handsome, that's enough for me. My fiance said, if a woman who looked just like your sister came along, who wasn't related to you, you would leave me for her. No, I wouldn't. I'm not constantly looking for greener or any other kind of pasture. I'm happy with the woman who is in my life. I love my fiance, not mythical woman behind door number 2. Frankly, I think this whole issue is a little bit crazy and fundamentally don't understand it, even a little bit. What the duck do I do? TLDR fiance thinks that, because I think my sister is more beautiful than she, that she is second fiddle in my heart. I don't get it, and don't know what to do. Our relationship very likely might end over this. Lesson number 1. When women say tell me the truth, never tell them the truth. Lesson number 2. Crazy women don't improve with age like red wine. Lesson number 3. Your fiance is crazy. First mistake, you agreed to answer a question to which there is no right answer. Second mistake, you're seriously still planning to put a ring on this. Honestly, this is your fault. First of all, it odd you would even consider your sister more attractive. My sister is also very pretty, but I would never consider her more attractive than any woman I've ever dated, because I'm not attracted to her. That aside, when that question was asked to you, your immediate reaction should have been to chuckle and say of course not. Even if oddly you have a different opinion than that, what possible good comes of crapping on your fiancée and her confidence, especially in regards to your sister? Legit all your fault. You're a grown child to have responded the way you did, lol. However, although I recognize that she's conventionally beautiful, she's my sister. I don't think of her in any way as a target for fantasy or anything else. She's the kid who used to argue with me and who used to play on the rope swing with the neighbor kids with me. You're joking, right? Huh? She's seeing a therapist. You don't need to do anything now. I know women are literally entangled in their hearts and minds by society's dysfunctional, ridiculous idea of beauty. We buy into it, and then it drives you nuts because it's evil. Simply put, that fakery put out by celebs and others is a one-way ticket to hellish unhappiness. Your sis needs professional help. If she was my friend, I would tell her the truth. There's nothing wrong with looking your best and doing what you can to be healthy and happy, but there's nothing as attractive as self-confidence born of true virtue of the heart, positivity, loving nature, humor and excellent confidence. Those things will crush your insecurity about always needing to be the best looking one. Real confidence says, this is me. I don't care what anyone else thinks. I think you have it turned around. Fiancé is the one thinking all of this. I only care about what one person thinks of my looks. Her. You are having such a blast having two elderly mean girls fight over your wrinkled bottom. You had to come on Reddit to boast. Don't you have some homework, son? You consider people in their 50s elderly? I don't think so. My sister is not fighting over me. She's my sister. Gross. She has a husband who is a great guy. They have a good life together. Yay them. My life is good too. Worldwide comments of the day. The long reply is such a weak answer, saying he has to surrender because society is a mini. The first time I heard the story was okay, just a bad communication, but this update mean runaway boy. At this point, I think she's going for the jugular with her insults in hopes that he breaks up with her so she can go and tell everyone that he broke up with her because he thinks she's old and ugly. Let's be real though, I bet when she was 22 she wouldn't have given him a second look, let alone a first one, especially since she believes she's the one dating down at the moment. I wish he could come here to read the comments to this video instead of the ones on Reddit, because Reddit is giving him the wrong advice and opinions. Everyone says she is trying to be better than him, and that relationships are supposed to be equal. Forget one thing, he makes more money than her. So we can't say anything about personality. He does better career-wise and they are, according to him, equal in looks. This means that this relationship isn't equal. He is objectively better than her because he makes more money. I think she tries to focus on her being better looking so that it becomes equal again. He has the advantage of more money. She has the advantage of better looks. If she doesn't have that, then she is actually inferior. Then there is also the thing that looks are a lot more important to women than men. Men are judged for their personality, career, money, strength, etc. The number one thing women are judged on is their looks. This is imprinted in us the moment we are born. Already then everyone focuses primarily on the fact that we are beautiful. Studies even showed that most British girls aged 7 to 10 find their looks more important than anything else. Kindness, fitness, intelligence, etc. So if she feels she is losing those looks, that could explain why she is lashing out. Doesn't mean that it's justified though. The problem with both OP and the GF is mostly though that neither of them openly talks about their insecurities and just lashes out. The GF should have been open about her feeling insecure about her diminishing looks and lesser career instead of putting him down. OP should have explained to her how her comments about his looks, father, and college experience are hurtful to him instead of just going nuclear on her. Leave. A relationship where you have to a groveling subservient slave is not a relationship worth having. Seems like she can dish it out, but becomes a crying mess when she gets a taste of her own medicine. If you throw verbal punches, you should expect to be hit in return. LMAO, she went straight for his heart and tried to prove herself better than him. She just wants him to agree with that premise. Everyone in Reddit decides this is his fault for responding. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more interesting and relatable Reddit videos.